Flashback 5.1 Hell, Heaven, and Dark Matter Spiritual Energy. We entered Athlone Castle and proceeded through the museum directly to Midnight and Associates. No one seemed to notice or care. Sarah greeted us and sent us to meet with Mr. Lesky in the round table room. We entered the round table room and seated ourselves around it, following Mr. Lesky's gesture for us to sit. Mr. Lesky did not delay. Things went badly, it seems, Richard. I understand we've lost the flaming dagger, that Bracco has stolen it. That is most unfortunate. The dagger is the key to striking beings outside our mortal plane, striking beings from hell or heaven. The dagger is our only way of threatening it, much less stopping a demon in our world. It exists in all planes at the same time, so it can wound, even kill, a divine being. And yes, Richard, there are demons in this world. You need the dagger to slay them. I suspect Bracco McDema may be a demon. He seems to have powers to see through animals' eyes, and he has never slowed or shown signs of injury from being hit by bullets or hammers that we have ever seen. And he has been running the pub for at least 50 years. And he does not look 50 years even old now, much less 50 years older than he would have been then. I believe Bracco McDema may be a demon operating in our mortal plane. I interrupted Lesky and described the councilwoman Kara as being drained of her life and soul, and allegedly it being stored in a strip of cloth that was apparently called a strip of bale. Lesky responded, "Oh, Richard, from what you've described, they completed a soul transference ritual on the councilwoman. Her soul and life force were literally ripped out of her and transferred into a cursed strip of cloth, which is called the strip of bale. There are many strips of bale." Mr. Lesky said, "Strips of bale are sown in the mortal plane and cursed by a demon caste known as soul strippers. Strips of bale are like batteries that store celestial power, and the greatest source of such power are God's creations. Humans have the greatest charge, much more than animals. And so the Dark Lord, Prince of Hell, Baal, is collecting celestial power from sacrificed humans to shear the fabric separating the planes of hell, heaven, and mortality," he stated so ominously. Lesky continued, "It seems now may be a good time to explain the Big Bang, the universe's expansion, and how celestial power and souls are closely related." Mr. Lesky added, "The mortal universe is growing. It has been ever expanding since Adam and Eve's original sin. Blessed and cursed with the new cycle of humanity as parents of new children, their children would become parents, and they would have more children, and the human race was born. Adam and Eve's original sin required a place be made for the descendant souls of Adam and Eve. There needed to be a home for the souls of the dead, a place for them to go upon leaving their mortal coil." Lesky explained further, "Heaven exists at the edge of eternity and infinity, which is to say, it exists everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Time is not meaningful in heaven or hell. Things do not age or die in those planes. They perpetuate. Even death in hell is temporary. You will reform, regrow over time, ensuring eternity and torments can be always inflicted. Heaven and hell have physical places, just like the mortal plane, Earth, the moon, the sun, and so forth. The location of hell's and heaven's capital cities within their respective planes overlap our mortal plane right here on Earth. Heaven's capital, the Silver City, overlaps in parallel plane Los Angeles in the United States. It is no coincidence Los Angeles translates to the City of Angels. Much like heaven overlaps Los Angeles, hell's capital, the city of Dis, overlaps New York City.